you made the application under order 2111 or 2122. So the court grants you the decree by mode of daily handing over under order 21 rule 36. Please note that here. Now the third example, yes, these are the two examples only with regard to delivery of property. You got it here now. Now the second mode of execution is under the act by attachment and sale of the property. Now section 51B check karo aap. Section 51B says execution can be enforced by attachment. Now, which we discussed with delivery of the property, the court may give you both delivery of possession and also attach the property. Now, letter or by attachment and sale here. So here the court can give you a composite relief in the matter here. This is one provision relating to attachment of this is a movable property under order 21 rule 30. Now the second illustration is you will find under order 21 rule 31, that is a decree for specific movable property. Order 21 rule 31 may kindly be seen. Decree for specific movable property. Now here also 31(1) के अंदर देखेंगे आप, the relief which can be granted are by the court: delivery of possession, number 2, detention in civil prison of the judgment debtor, or attachment of the property of both. See that here the word used is attachment. So kindly note this. This is again the first one is in the case of a movable property. Then order 2131 is a specific movable property. Now third example, kindly see order 21 rule 32. Order 21 rule 32, that is a decree for specific performance and a decree for restitution of conjugal rights and a decree for injunction. So there are three types of decrees are covered here. Now under this provision here, there are three decrees. Now one is a decree, first decree is for specific performance. Under the Specific Relief Act, the plaintiff has filed a suit that the defendant should be ordered to specifically perform the contract, directed to deliver the possession, maybe movable or immovable, and directed to execute document. So in this is the first limb. Now the second decree which a reference is made into restitution of conjugal rights. Now in a matrimonial suit, you know that husband and wife can maintain an application if one of them is not performing the matrimonial obligation. That is called restitution of conjugal rights, that he should be allowed. Husband has been wandering around, not coming over, staying separately, staying with his friends. The wife and children are alone at home. So the wife can make an application, or in vice versa, that the matrimonial relationship be restituted. Now this is one. The third one is 21 that speaks of a decree for injunction. The injunction which is granted under section 36, 37, 38, 39, the Specific Relief Act. Perpetual order of injunction and maybe a mandatory order of injunction. These are the decrees here where the court can pass an order of attachment here. Now, first, kindly see that attachment cannot be done. Kindly note that attachment can be done in a decree for specific performance, restitution, and also in the case of injunction. But only, the only thing which you can notice here under Order 21, Rule 32, there cannot be arrest of the judgment debtor in restitution of conjugal right, but only attachment of the property is given. That will come later on. Then the next provision is Order 21, Rule 42. Order 21, Rule 42. This deals with attachment of attachment in case of decree of rent or mean profit or other matter accounts which are subsequently determined. This is very interesting. See that here, when a suit has been decreed for possession, the court also gives a direction under Order 20, Rule 12C, that mean profits inquiry be instituted and determined. Now, before the ascertainment, there are different proceedings. I know I told you that a preliminary decree is passed for possession, and as regard mean profit, inquiry will be held. Now, during the pendency of the inquiry, the plaintiff, the decree holder, can come and attach the properties of the judgment debtor during inquiry. It's a very unique provision. If you are a landlord, your tenant against whom you have evicted him on the ground of subletting, and that he has given you possession, then he has to give you mean profit also. You may say that here the defendant, after decree is passed, he may run away to other country or leave the court's jurisdiction, and he will disappear. Then what will happen to my mean profit? Now, since at the moment he is residing in Kolaba or Churchgate, let his property be attached till the court determines the mean profit. It's very interesting provision. See, Order 21, Rule 42, attachment can be done and putting him in custody may be directed at disobeying the order, prison for a tenant not exceeding so and so. Now here, kindly see that here, attachment in the case of a decree for rent mean profit, where the decree directs an inquiry as to mean profit or other matter, the property of the judgment debtor may, before the amount due from him has been ascertained, be attached. So even before the amount is ascertained, it is not after. This is a very, very unique provision, in my opinion, and which a dishonest defendant can be brought to book here. Then the next provision is with regard to attachment. Kindly see that Order 21, Rule 43. Attachment of movable property other than agricultural produce in possession of judgment debtor. Here, the agricultural produce of a farmer, there are certain items of agricultural is are exempted under Section 60. At his tools, his bullocks, his bullock carts, they cannot be attached. But agricultural produce can be attached. I mean, the crop which has come up, that can be attached under the provisions of Order 2142. Here, attachment can be done. This is a very harsh provision for against farmers. Then see, Order 21, Rule 44, attachment of agricultural produce. Agricultural produce can be attached subject to the provisions of Section 60, which I will take you through. Then Order 21, Rule 46, attachment of debt, share, other property not in possession of judgment debtor. So you have filed a suit against the defendant for recovery of 10 lakh. He may not be having sufficient money, but he has got fixed deposit in the bank, isn't it? You can attach the fixed deposit in the bank. This is the meaning. He may be having shares in a public limited company, Tata, Birla, Ambani's. His shares you can attach. These are shares in the property in the hands of other people. The properties which are not in the hands of a judgment debtor. So a judgment debtor may be entitled to certain amounts from his friend. He has given a loan to your other friend. He is about to disburse a loan. Then you can attach that loan. So you can attach the amount in the bank, you can attach the loans, you can attach the shares in public limited company of the judgment debtor, which are not in hands, which are in the hands of third parties. So this is, I am dealing with the provision of third parties. Then I will later on also deal with, when we are dealing with under this provision, there is a interesting provision relating to garnishee notice. Under order 21 rule 46, I will separately take a notice this one tomorrow. What is a garnishee notice? That I will procedure. Now at the moment I am, while I wind up. Yeah.
So Ashish has a quick question, sir.
Ashish, go ahead.
So even future earnings be attached?
Yeah. Future earnings.
Like supposing somebody is a professional, he might not have money right now, but you know that he's a salaried person and he's making, let's say, 1 lakh, 2 lakhs per month. So can his future?
That provision is under section 60. 2/3 can be attached, not all. No? That will come to that. Section 60, I will take you through. To what extent salary can be attached, I will tell you. Then come to order 21, rule 47, attachment of shares of judgment debtor in the movable which is in the joint ownership of others. So he is a member of the family of a HUF. He is a co-partner having a right. A joint family owner, he is a joint owner having a 50% share. His 50% can be attached, which may be in the possession of his brother. You understand? Under order 21, rule 47, property, joint property, attachment of order 21, attachment of a share in movables. These are movables. Then order 21, rule 48, attachment of salary allowances of servants of the government. Kindly see that. Here I will precisely answer a question. 40, attachment of salary of allowances of government or railway company servant. Of course, this is subject to the provisions of section 60, which tells you what is the extent of the salary which can be attached. In some cases, it is 1/3. In some cases, it is 2/3. I will take you to the section 60 after this. Now, at the moment, I am dealing with the attachment. Now, the next provision is order 20. Order 21, rule 48A. Attachment of salary allowances of private employees. 48 dealt with government employees, railway employees, subject to section 16. Here also, section order 21, rule 8A, the salaries can be attached subject to the exceptions under section 60. That is whether it is 1/3 or 2/3, I will take you through. I will take you through immediately after this. Then under the provisions of order 2149, attachment of partnership property. So 49 deals with attachment of partnership property and 50 deals with execution decree again. So the partnership firm has not paid your amount. It may be a suit you have filed for dissolution of the partnership against the partners. When the firm is wound up, your dues are not paid up, you have a right to go and apply for attaching the properties of the firm as well as the partner's property directly. That provision is order 2149. Then order 2151, attachment of negotiable instrument. Kindly see that. 2151, negotiable instrument can be attached. That is a promissory note, check, bill of exchange. They should be brought to the book, to the court of law, the moment attachment is effected. These are belonging to the judgment debtor. Then order 2152, attachment of property in the custody of a court, public or officers. This is very important. Order 2152. So in many cases, you know that here, A and B, plaintiff A and B are litigating maybe a summary suit where the defendant is directed to deposit a 1 crore rupees in the High Court. Subject to deposit, leave is granted to him. So that 1 crore has been deposited in the court or court receiver's office, and the court gives a direction the amount be invested in the banks or financial institution, and whichever party wins may be given. Now, in the meanwhile, C has filed a suit against A and B, or against A or B, for a declaration that, for a declaration, maybe for a money decree, that B owes him certain money under a contract. Now that suit of B has been decreed by the Bombay High Court or Delhi Court, City Civil Court. So in execution, you can inform the Bombay High Court, the money which is lying in the custody of the court receiver of court may kindly be attached and may not be parted with to anybody, because I have obtained a decree. Isn't it? So it may be money in the court receiver's office. Under the provisions of Order 40, Rule 1, two brothers are fighting themselves in a family dispute. The court appoints a court receiver. A court receiver collects the rent, pagdis and all, everything, keeps the money with him. So the neighbor has filed a suit against the plaintiff or defendant in the High Court or City Civil Court or maybe any other court, and obtain a decree against him. So he comes to know that substantial amount is lying in the custody of the court. So you may tell that, yeah, my lord, the amount lying in the custody of the court receiver may not be allowed to be released to anybody, because I obtained the decree, thus property can be attached. So the court, after hearing both the parties, after issuing notices, will pass appropriate orders attaching that whether who should receive it. Now, you know the preferentially who should get it. A person having a the person who having mortgages, they get the first right. Who charge is created, they will also get the first right, and also employees will get the preferential right. Then subsequently, in the last, the decree holders will get it, the matter. That the court will decide. Then then order 21, Rule 53, attachment of decrees. Attachment of decrees. Sorry, can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Order 21, Rule 53, attachment of decree. So A has filed a suit against B and obtained a decree from the Bombay High Court, maybe for a sum of rupees 5 crores. Then C has already filed a suit in the Delhi High Court and obtained a decree against the plaintiff of Bombay, and he can attach his decree. He said that under the Delhi court decree, the plaintiff in Bombay, the judgment decree, the decree holder owes me an amount of 50 lakh, 20 lakh, whatever may be the decretal amount. So whatever decree he has obtained against B in Bombay, that decree may kindly be attached. Because ultimately the court would like to ensure that the decree holder, whoever is legitimately, has to be paid his money in the matter. Okay, then order 21, Rule 54 deals with attachment of immovable property. Attachment of immovable property, 2154C. So any immovable property where a suit has been filed against a trespasser, against a tenant, against a co-owner, who is not giving you a share under the Partition Act, under the Transfer of Property Act, Specific Relief Act, or maybe having adverse possession, whatever relating. So any property which has been attached, you can tell the court here, I have a charge over the property, this property may be attached. So when a decree has been obtained, the first thing is attachment is done to ensure that the defendant comes and deposit money. And if he doesn't deposit the money, what will follow? The court will order sale of the property pursuant to the application. We'll see later on. Okay. So this is the second limb of section 51, section 51. 51B, isn't it? We were dealing with attachment. Ho gaya abhi. Now the third is arrest. Now kindly see, we'll see where is the arrest dealt with it here. Now the third prayer which you can make in the mode of application, that the judgment debtor may kindly be arrested. See, you may ask this relief in a composite manner in all, but maybe separately, but it's the discretion of the court to grant all or not. That I will tell you the provision, whether the court should grant you all the relief together or whether the court will grant it separately. Now let us, after dealing with the arrest, that is the first provision relating to provision relating to arrest, section 55. Kindly see section 55. Section 55 deals with the provisions of arrest, general provision. Then under section 58, the arrest of the judgment debtor against whom decree has been passed. Number two, the maximum arrest under section 58 is in the civil prison 3 months when the decretal amount exceeds 5,000. Kindly see section 58. 58 में चेक करें आप, आपको मिलेगा इसके अंदर section 58. See subclause 58 1A, it should not exceed 3 months where the amount exceeds 5,000, or then otherwise 6 weeks imprisonment if in the prison if the amount is about 2,000 and not exceeding 5,000. This is the only imprisonment which a civil court can grant. Maximum 3 months, or it may also come down. These are the maximum period. Kindly note that. If the amount is 2,000, no arrest can be effected. If the amount is 2,000, that is, you can see section 58 1A. 58 1A check करेंगे आप. 58 1A. 58 1A. For the removal of the doubt, it is hereby declared that no order of detention in civil prison in execution of a decree, payment shall be made where the total amount does not exceed 2,000. If it is merely 2,000, no arrest. So your remedy will be go for attachment and sale. You cannot seek arrest from the court of law. You may seek then. Then other provision, order 21, rule 32 speaks of arrest. Order 21, we just went through the order 21. Order 21. Decree for specific movable property. Now here, detention in civil prison is there. Now उससे पहले under order 21 rule 11 में पढ़े थे हमने. What we had read it? Arrests can be effected by the court on the oral application. Kindly see that. Order 21 rule 11. On order 21 rule 11, the first clause says that where the decree is for payment of money, the court may on the oral application of the decree holder at the time of the passing of the decree order immediate execution thereof by the arrest of the judgment debtor prior to the preparation of a warrant if he is within the precincts of the court. This is a very serious provision. The condition is that here application should be made by the decree holder, the lawyer of the plaintiff, immediately when judgment is pronounced. Number two, it must be a money decree, and not for a conjugal rights, not a decree for specific performance. It's a specific money decree, might be a summary suit or a regular suit or a suit on any negotiable instrument where the defendant is liable to pay you. It may even be a suit for damages where the money is sought. It may be even a decree for a mean profit is also a money decree. If the decree if the court passes the decree and you have the apprehension that defendant is likely to run away, you can tell the court, my lord, the defendant is present right now, get him arrested, otherwise my decree will be defeated. Provided the defendant is in the court itself. You cannot say he's gone home, you send the bailiff home to arrest. No, that is not applicable. The condition precedent under 2111 is for oral application, arrest in the case of a money decree, the defendant must remain present. Another condition is that the plaintiff, the decree holder, must file an affidavit before the court stating the ground. Kindly see order 21 rule 11A may kindly be opened. Where an application is made for the arrest and detention in prison of the judgment debtor, it shall state made the arrest for detention. It shall state be accompanied by an affidavit stating the ground on which arrest is applied. So that means you have to keep the application, the affidavit is ready even before the judge passing the order. As a young lawyer, you should be alert. Tell your client, in case the decree is passed, this man will run away. You told me that he has got a flight in the night and he has been selling his property, doesn't have anything except certain property in foreign country, wherever it is. So keep the application ready before the judgment is delivered. And the judgment, because you have to make an oral application to the court, your lordship may kindly arrest him. Oral application coupled with affidavit. That is the condition. Okay. The next provision, order 2132 relating to arrest. That is in the case of a specific movable property, the alternate remedy is the court may grant both civil prison as well as attachment or both. Kindly see that. Then arrest is also effected. Now let us yeah. Then order 21 rule 32. Order 21. Order 21, sorry, even order 21 rule 30 also, there is a provision for arrest, 31 arrest, 32 may be check कीजिए. Order 31 rule 2, 32, where there are three types of decrees are passed. One is a decree for specific performance. One is a decree for under 32. 32 specific performance, restitution of conjugal rights and injunction. Now kindly see that order 2132 is conspicuous by absence. In the case of restitution, arrest is not prescribed. The arrest is only prescribed in the case of a decree for specific performance and injunction. That you kindly see that here. Where the party against whom a decree for specific performance of a contract for restitution of conjugal rights or for injunction has been passed, has an opportunity of obeying the decree and willfully fail to obey it, the decree may enforce in the case of a decree for restitution conjugal right by attachment of the property. So in a case of restitution against the husband, only by attachment and no arrest. Or in the case of a decree for specific performance of a contract or for injunction by the detention of a in the civil prison or attachment. So only when a decree is passed for specific performance and for injunction, specific performance under the provisions of the Specific Relief Act, and also injunction under the Specific Relief Act, that is mandatory injunction and perpetual injunction. So don't confuse with order 39 rule 1 and 2, which are temporary injunction. If a temporary injunction is breached, there is an inbuilt provision for arrest under order 39 rule 2A, that is a contempt of court proceeding for disobedience. That is not a decree, it is a appealable order under 43. Now here we are speaking of a final decree which has been passed by the court under the provisions of section 37, 38, 39 of the Specific Relief Act, which is a suit for perpetual injunction or a suit for a mandatory order of injunction. So those decrees can be effected by arrest, attachment for judgment. And also specific performance has been granted by the court under section 15, 16 and 20, directing the defendant to specifically perform. He has not done it. You can get him arrested and you can also attach his property. But in the case of a matrimonial decree under the Hindu Marriage Act or any matrimonial law, if the wife has filed a suit for restitution of conjugal rights, there is no arrest prescribed. Only the court can say that here husband may be directed to pay periodical amounts to the wife from time to time. Okay, that is, they will see. Then order 2137, arrest is discretionary in a decree for injunction. Order 2137 clearly said that order 21 rule 37, see, it's a discretionary power. I'm sorry. The court is not bound to accept your prayer in the matter. Please note that. Then once a person arrested, maximum period, there is no re-arrest. That is a section 58.2. Kindly see that here. Section 58.2. Subclause section 58, subclause 2 said that here, a judgment debtor released from the detention under this section shall, namely so and so reason release, discharge in the debt, he shall not be liable to re-arrest. This is like the doctrine of double jeopardy under section 300 CRPC and also under article 20 of the Constitution. A person cannot be prosecuted twice if he is convicted. You cannot be arrested and re-arrested in the maximum. That is here. Now the maximum period, of arrest, the 3 months time is which we have learned it here. Now, there are certain provisions. How much time is left out now?
Sir, only 5 minutes, sir.
Acha, 5 minutes. Then in 5 minutes, I will, if anybody has any question you ask me, I will deal with it.
Sir,
Then,
Ashish here, sir.
Yes, bolo Ashish.
Sir, by attachment of an individual co-partner or an individual partner, can you dissolve the partnership or partition the HUF? Is that allowed, sir?
If the ground is available to you, why not? You do not want to be a party. Your interest is not sufficiently protected by the defendant. I would like to get it dissolved and I would like to have my share. But ultimately, the court will decide having regard to the facts of each case. Okay? Now, come to who cannot be arrested. Now we mentioned that who are the person arrested, but you should know under the law who cannot be arrested. Number one, who cannot be arrested? Women cannot be arrested. A decree which has been passed against a lady, a woman, section 56 check kare aap. Section 56 says that section 56 says prohibition against arrest of women. When a decree is passed for money, a women can't be arrested. Please note that under 56. Then secondly, judicial officers, while going to preside in or returning from there to the court, they cannot be arrested. Section 131, 35, 135 subclause 1. Section 135. देख लिया आपने? 135 judicial officers cannot be arrested. Then similarly, under section 135(2), parties and the pleaders and the muktars, revenue agents, recognized agents, and the witnesses attending to summons of the court who are required to attend the court relating to the matter, they can't be arrested at the time. The time is there. Then under section 135, members of legislative bodies can be arrested. You can't arrest a minister, a member of parliament, or anybody. 135A, you know that here, they can't be arrested. Then under section 55(2), under section 55(2), the state government can pass a notification in the official gazette that certain person cannot be arrested with a me to maintain peace and tranquility in the area. That is the state government discretion. Then under section 58(1)(a), judgment debtor that we learned, whose decretal amount does not exceed 2,000 cannot be arrested. Then under article 361(3) of the Constitution of India, you know that here, there is no arrest of President of India, the governor of the states, they cannot be arrested. That you learned under article 361 of the Constitution. Similarly, husband cannot be arrested under order 21 rule 32 in a decree of a conjugal rights. Only attachment of the property can be done. Okay, these are the various provisions relating to arrest, and I don't think we have much time to discuss the other topic, which I will discuss tomorrow, maybe on Monday. Now, please, anybody has any question, you may quickly ask me. One judgment which I wanted to cover before I part is the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court, which I would like to tell you. In the case of a decree pass, the preemption decree, which I told you, that is of a judgment of Zila Singh versus Hazari, AIR 1979 Supreme Court, page number 1066. In this case, like in the case of the earlier Saraf's case, decree for preemption was passed. When A had filed a suit against B for a right of preemption, that you cannot sell the property to third parties. The suit